Hello, people of Ghana. Welcome to another enlightening installment of Unpacking the Issues here on Destiny TV 101. This program is proudly sponsored by Reginald Ventures and X-Touch Entertainment. My name is Ando Tracy. So today we're going to talk about what happened some few days at the Parliament of Ghana. So on 17th October, that was on Thursday, the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Alban Bagbin, declared 4 parliamentary seats vacant. And one would ask, why did it happen? Why did he declare these seats vacant? And who are the owners, or who are the seats for? Okay, so the seats are for Honorable Cynthia Morrison, who happens to be the MP for Agona West on the ticket of MPP, and the Memphis Central MP, who happens to be Peter Yao-Kwache Aka. On the ticket of NDC, and the Suhum MP, Kwejo Asante of NPP, and former MP Andrew Esiama Amwako, who is an independent candidate. So what really happened? What really triggered they losing their seats on 17th October? So Ms. Morrison, Mr. Asante, and Mr. Kwache Aka all filed to be an independent candidate for this coming up election, December 7th. And Mr. Isiama Amwako, who was the second Deputy Speaker of Parliament, who was also an independent candidate, also filed to contest on the ticket of the governing or the incumbent government NPP. So that was what led to Honorable Haruna Idrisun petitioning the Speaker of Parliament on reference to Article 97G, which states that, I hope my director will post that for you to see, which states that if a parliamentary leaves the party of which he was a member at the time of his election to parliament to join another party, or seeks to remain in parliament as an independent member, he loses his seat. Or if he is elected a member of parliament as an independent candidate and joins another political party, he loses his seat. So on this article, that was what Mr. or Honorable Haruna Idrisu, the MP for Tamale South, and also the minority leader, petitioned the Speaker of Parliament to look into this issue. And that was what brought about the declaration of the 4 parliamentary seats being vacant by the Speaker of Parliament on 17th October. So on 17th October, Dr. Kasel Atuforsen, who before the ruling was the minority leader, happened to just turn from the minority leader to the majority leader, because after the ruling of the Speaker of Parliament, the NDC had 136 seats and the NPP had 135 seats, making the NDC the majority leader or the majority members of the Parliament. After the ruling, Mr. Finyo Markin, the majority leader, stated that since the Supreme Court sought to interpret the matter and it was pending, he thought the Speaker of Parliament was going to wait for the Supreme Court to finish whatever that they were doing before he would bring out whatever ruling he was supposed to give out. So therefore, he said that the Speaker had no business doing this. He did this just to give advantage to the NDC. So according to Mr. Finyo Markin, the majority leader, he thinks the Speaker of Parliament did this just to give advantage to the NDC. And the ruling that took about 12 minutes, during the ruling, the Speaker of Parliament cited a cluster of members at one corner of the chamber, and they were making chaos. There was chaos all over, and he asked them to either resume their seats or excuse themselves, and he had no response to that. So therefore, very mindful and very demure as he did, he asked the marshals to perform their duties, and the marshals did just that. Let's go and watch that particular video.
From day one, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable member, just a moment. I can see a cluster of some members at one corner of the chamber. Please, honorable members, either you resume your seats or you move out of the chamber of parliament. Please, honorable members, can you hear me? Please, Marshal, kindly perform your duty.
So that was what happened at Parliament on 17th October, where the marshals ordered by the Speaker of Parliament performed their duties diligently. So on After the 17th October, where the NDC thought now they are the majority members of the parliament, on 18th, that was on the next day, Friday, the Supreme Court issued a stay of execution on the ruling that the Speaker of Parliament gave on 17th October. That was the day before 18th. And the the Supreme Court, which was presided over by Justice Gertrude, directed that the Speaker and the Attorney General are to submit their statements concerning this case within 7 days. So we are waiting for the Supreme Court to give a verdict of what they are supposed to give. And moving on to other part of the story, Ms. Hannah Tete, the former Minister of Foreign Affairs, raised a pertinent question regarding the role of public opinion in decision making in Ghana. She asked that the Supreme Court consider public opinions in his rulings. We are yet to find out when the Supreme Court brings out his or her verdict. Okay, and John Dramani Mahama, after the 17th October's the Speaker of Parliament's ruling, he said that God is even showing a sign that what is going to happen, because even before we cast one ballot, the NDC has now become the majority members of Parliament. So according to him, God has given a clear view that the NDC is going to take up the ballot on 7th December. In other story relating to this, the Member of Parliament for Ningo Pram Pram, Samonate George, affirmed the minority caucus since the Supreme Court has brought out a stay of execution. Now, the majority, which was already MPP, is still MPP, and the minority, which was already NDC, is still NDC, and the various members of parliament have retained their seats. So the Ningo Papam MP Samonate George said that on Tuesday, that is tomorrow, we are going to have another ruling from the Speaker of Parliament. He said that on Tuesday, despite the Supreme Court's ruling or the Speaker's ruling, the NDC is still going to be the majority members of Parliament. And yesterday, being Sunday after church, whilst I was having my usual relaxation time, I had a tip from my director where he said, Tracy, there's a press conference, a maiden press conference by the NDC, which they say is about what they will be doing before December 7th. And in the press conference, they stated that before December 7th, they being the majority leaders, that is the majority members, that is the NDC, they are going to eliminate e-levy and eliminate tax betting on tax. They're going to eliminate e-levy and betting on tax from now till December 7th. So yes, that is what the NDC stated during their press conference yesterday. So yesterday too, as usual, I was going through comments on X and I had some few comments. People like the Lord GA said, Parliament back or majority be to say name say NDC name majority or MPP name majority. But according to what we have or the information we have now, since the Supreme Court has brought a stay of execution, the majority still remains in the hands of MPP and the minority still remains in the hands of NDC. Other comments. Original says, hey, Wahala again, no me say. And Sahabella says 24-hour majority members. And yes, and Kitwa. So Atoposim woke up on 17th October, got out of his house as a minority leader and came back home as a majority leader. And unfortunately lasted for only 24 hours.
And another person says a stay of execution means that the Supreme Court has temporarily stopped or delayed the implementation of this decision pending further legal hearings. This indicates that the 4 MPs retain their seats. So yeah, just as I said, the 4 MPs retain their seats. And tomorrow, Tuesday, October 22nd, we're going to have another ruling from the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Alban Bagbin, concerning this issue. So we are yet to find out if these 4 members of parliament are going to lose their seats, relating or giving us the fact that the MDC is going to be the majority again, or the NDC is going to retain being the minority and the MPP is going to retain being the majority. So we are yet to find out. We'll give you more updates on tomorrow's ruling or tomorrow's verdict. My name is Anna Tracy, and this program was proudly sponsored by X-Touch Entertainment and Reginald Ventures. As usual, I'll mention of my name again. My name is Andrew Tracy. This was the Unpacking the Issues on Destiny TV 101. A big thank you to my camera operators, my director, and you, my viewers. So catch you same time, maybe tomorrow for more updates or next week. It's bye.